Start. Hello students, welcome to all of you in our Applied Physics online lecture series. And we have started our unit number 3, and in that unit number 3 we have studied the photoelectricity X-ray. And now in this today's lecture we are going to see our topic number that is very important topic, that is laser. आपण या युनिट मध्ये काय स्टडी करणार आहोत की टॉपिक नंबर सब टॉपिक that is laser. हा laser जो आहे, it is, all of you know that what is the laser. What is the full form of laser? The light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. This is the full form of laser light. What is laser? Laser, it is a special kind of a light which is different from the ordinary light, and that we are going to see. What is the difference between the ordinary light and the laser light? So what is the difference? That we are going to see one by its characteristics. त्याची characteristics आपण बघितल्या होत्या, त्याच आपण आता रिवाइज करतोय की light, this laser light is a coherent light. In the previous we have started it, that is laser light is a coherent light. Coherent means it is all radiations are having a same phase, all radiations are having a same phase. त्याच्या प्रत्येक रेडिएशन, प्रत्येक फोटॉनची जी फेज आहे ती काय असणार आहे, सेम आहे, सेम असणार आहे. म्हणजे जर तुम्ही बघितलं की हा फोटॉन आहे, this photon is having frequency or it is having some phase. This is the first photon and suppose this is the another photon. So this is the another photon, you can see here. This one photon number 1 and this is the second photon. All these two photons, this is the upper part is known as crest. This upper part is known as crest. हा जो upper part आहे त्याला काय म्हणतात, crest. You can see here this upper part is known as crest, and when it goes to down, this lower part is known as trough. This crest is coinciding with the crest or trough is coinciding with the trough. So these waves, these two waves, we can say that these two waves are in a same phase. So this nature is known as coherent nature. Now we have to see the second property. The light is monochromatic. Mono means single, chroma means color. The light is having the only one frequency or the one wavelength because it is having only one color. So one color defines one same frequency or the same wavelength. If the color, if you take a white light is made up of a different colors. So it is made up of a 7 different colors. So it consists of a 7 different frequency. It is does not having the same frequency or the same wavelength. So the ordinary light is having a different wavelength and the different frequency. But as compared to ordinary light, the laser light is having the same frequency or the same wavelength. And if you see the third property, the laser light is a unidirectional. It is moving only in a single direction or only in a same direction. These radiations are moving in the same direction. It is not moving in all photons. If you see, there are number of photons. The radiations means there are number of photons. This first photon is moving in the same direction and the another photon is also moving in the same direction. These two photons are having the same direction. They are having the same direction. If you draw the another photon, this photon is also moving in the same direction. So we can see that these three photons are having the same direction. They are moving in the same direction. So it is this is known as unidirectional. This is known as unidirectional. So this direction is known as unidirectional. So the laser light is having a unidirectionality and it is a coherent in nature and monochromatic in nature. What is the fourth property of laser light? The laser beam is extremely intense source. It is an intensive source of a light. That means it is having an extreme brightness or it is having a more brightness than the ordinary light. So these are the four properties that we have studied. Now we have to see the types of emission for the radiation. So now we have to see the types of emission. So there are three types of emission that we are going to see. First is a or and one is the absorption. You know that the light can be absorbed or it can be emitted in the form of small energy packets. That packets are known as photon or quanta. That packets are known as quanta or photon. And this theory is given by with scientist Planck. This is the according to Planck's theory, the energy is emitted in the form of h mu and h mu, where h mu is the energy of that photon. So we see the types of absorption that is known as stimulated absorption. First we'll see the stimulated absorption. What is the meaning of stimulated absorption? When the photon of energy h mu, when the photon of energy h mu is incident on an atom, then atom get excited and it moves from lower energy state to higher energy state, and this is called as stimulated absorption. This is called as stimulated absorption. You can see the diagram. You can see the diagram. In this diagram, this is the ground level. This is the ground level. This is the ground level. You can see here. And in this ground level, and this another, you can see this is the another level. This is known as excited level. This is the ordinary level and this is the excited level. Ordinary energy level, that is known as ground level, and this is higher energy level. Or you can say these are the two levels. This ground level is having a less energy, so it is called as a low energy level. And this excited level, why this is called as excited level? Because it is a higher energy level. Higher energy level, so it is known as excited level. So it is known as excited level. This is the lower energy state and this is the higher energy state. E1. Lower energy state is denoted by E1. Lower energy state is denoted by E1 and higher energy state is denoted by E2, and this is called as E1 is called as ground level state or lower energy state, and E2 is called as excited energy level, excited energy state. And you know that all the times the atoms, by nature the atom will actually the atom is present or it is always present in the lower energy state. For the stability of that atom is always present in the lower energy state or the ground state. But when this atom absorb the energy, when the atom absorb the energy, that means if the radiation is incident on that atom which is actually present. Suppose you can see here, suppose this is the excited level and this is the ground level, and here before the absorption the atom is present in the before the atom is present in the ground level, and when the light is incident, if the incident radiation is incident on this atom which is present in that ground state, म्हणजे हा जो ऍटम आहे पहिल्यांदा कुठे आहे ग्राउंड स्टेटला आहे, आणि ज्या वेळेला एखादा रेडिएशन त्याच्यावरती पडणार आहे, when this light energy is incident on this atom which is in the ground state, then what will happen, this atom will absorb the energy and it will emit the or it will absorb the energy, and because of that absorption of energy the energy level goes increasing, so it will transist or it will move from this level to higher energy level. So the atom will move from ground state to higher energy state. The atom will move from ground state to higher energy state. So this transition is known as stimulated absorption. What is the stimulated absorption? It is the process of transmission of atom, or it is the process of transmission of atom from lower energy state to higher energy state because of the incident photon, because of the incident radiation. Then that process is known as stimulated absorption. What you can say, when the photon of energy h mu is incident on an atom which is present in the ground state, then that atom will absorb the energy and that energy h mu, and it will transit from lower energy state to higher energy state. This transition is known as stimulated absorption. यालाच काय म्हणायचं? Stimulated absorption. So this process is known as stimulated absorption. कळलं सगळ्यांना? आय होप तुम्हाला कळलेलं असेल. पहिल्यांदा ऍटम कुठे असतो? ग्राउंड स्टेटला. आणि ज्या वेळेस एखाद्या ग्राउंड स्टेट मधल्या ऍटम वरती एखादा फोटॉनची एनर्जी किती आहे? दिस फोटॉन इज हॅव्हिंग द एनर्जी दॅट इज h mu. This photon is having the energy that is equal to h mu. h mu एवढी एनर्जी आहे आणि मग ती एनर्जी कोण ऍब्सॉर्ब करणार आहे? हा ऍटम ऍब्सॉर्ब करणार आहे. ऍब्सॉर्ब केल्यानंतर हा ऍटम कुठे गेलेला आहे? दिस ऍटम विल गो हिअर फ्रॉम ग्राउंड स्टेट टू excited state, and this moving of atom from ground state to excited state, that is known as stimulated absorption. That process ला काय म्हणायचं? Stimulated absorption. Now we have to see the types of emission. There are two types of emission. What is the two types of emission? One is the spontaneous emission. What is the first type? That is spontaneous emission. And another type is stimulated emission. Now we are going to see the spontaneous emission. आता आपण कुठला टाइप बघणार आहोत? Spontaneous emission. What is the meaning of spontaneous emission? When the electrons jumps from higher energy state to lower energy state on its accord, this emission is known as spontaneous emission. This emission is known as spontaneous emission. This emission is known as spontaneous emission. म्हणजे हायर एनर्जी स्टेट पासून लोअर एनर्जी स्टेट मध्ये जेव्हा ऍटम घेतो तेव्हा त्याला काय म्हणायचंय? ऑन इट्स ओन अकॉर्ड, विदाउट एनी ट्रिगरिंग प्रोसेस, विदाउट एनी फोर्सफुली, विदाउट एनी फोर्स, when the atom which is present in the higher energy state, it will transit from higher energy state to lower energy state with its own accord, or it is spontaneously transits from higher energy state to lower energy state. Then that type of with the emission of photons, that emission is known as spontaneous emission. The radiations are in random direction, or the phase or the wavelength which in this radiations are not seen. So no metastable state is exists. Number of photons emitted is less. We'll see this spontaneous emission in detail by diagram. We can let us see here the diagram for the spontaneous emission. And the spontaneous emission मधली diagram जी आहे ही diagram आहे. तर ह्याच्यावरून तुम्हाला काय कळतं की बघा, you can see here before the transition the atom is present. Atom कुठे आहे? The atom is here. The atom is already present in a higher energy state. Where this atom is there? Atom is present in higher energy state. Here the atom is present in higher energy state. Atom कुठे दिसतो तुम्हाला? Higher energy state मध्ये आहे. Already it is present in higher energy state. Here the no light is incident on this atom which is present in that higher energy state. इथे फोटॉन इन्सिडेंट झालाय का? लाईट इन्सिडेंट झाली आहे का? नो light is incident, no radiation is incident on that atom which is present in that higher energy state. But what will happen after certain time? Every atom can remain in the higher energy state. What is that the meaning of higher energy state? Higher energy state is known as excited state. The lifetime for the atom, what is the meaning of lifetime of any atom? The lifetime of atom is nothing but the time for which any atom remains in that particular state is known as the lifetime of that atom. And this time is very, very less for the excited state. म्हणजे atom जेव्हा excited state मध्ये असतो तेव्हा तो फार थोड्या काळासाठी त्या excited state मध्ये काय राहू शकतो? It can remain there for a very short time, and that lifetime is it is order of 10 raised to minus 9 second. 10 raised to minus 9 second एवढ्या कमी काळासाठी किंवा 10 raised to minus 11 एवढ्या कमी काळासाठी तो काय राहू शकतो, त्या एक्साइटेड स्टेट मध्ये राहू शकतो. सो दॅट टाइम इज नोन ॲज द लाईफ टाइम ऑफ दॅट ॲटम. After existing its lifetime, after completion its lifetime, the atom will transit automatically. ज्यावेळेस त्याचा लाईफ टाइम कंप्लीट होणार आहे, आफ्टर कम्प्लिशन ऑफ इट्स लाईफ टाइम, द ॲटम विल रेजिस्ट or atom will transit from higher energy state to lower energy state. Atom काय करणार आहे, it will move from higher energy state to lower energy state. म्हणजे ज्या वेळेस त्याचा लाईफ टाइम कंप्लीट होईल त्यावेळेस तो ॲटम जो आहे ऑलरेडी तो इथे होता, आता तो ॲटम कुठे आलाय, इट विल मूव्ह फ्रॉम हायर एनर्जी स्टेट टू lower energy state. Here the atom will come into this lower energy state. The atom will come here. So you can observe that after completion of its lifetime, the atom will move from higher energy state to lower energy state. And in that case, it will emit the energy, excess energy in the form of radiation. And that energy is known or it is emitted in the form of h mu. You know that the excess energy can be emitted in the form of h mu. म्हणजे जी काही एक्सेस एनर्जी आहे ती कशाच्या फॉर्म मध्ये एमिट करणार आहे, तो h mu च्या फॉर्म मध्ये एमिट होणार आहे. मग इट कॅन बी अ 1 photon, it can be a 2 photon, or it can be another photon. So if there is a one atom, so this emitted atom or this emitted photon, these photons are emitted which can be in any direction. We cannot recognize the direction of this emitted photon. So they are random in direction. They are emitted randomly. They does not having any fixed direction. You can see that these radiations, you can see here, these radiations are random direction. These radiations are in a random direction. The phase is different. Phase cannot be same, wavelength cannot be same. So by the spontaneous emission we get the ordinary source of light. त्यामुळे spontaneous emission बघना आपल्याला कुठली लाईट मिळणार आहे, we get the ordinary source of light. By the spontaneous emission we get the ordinary light. We does not get the which light, we does not get the laser light from the spontaneous emission. Spontaneous emission, it is the process of emission in which the atom will transit from higher energy state to lower energy state after completion of its lifetime. And when it transits from higher energy state to lower energy state, it will emit the excess energy in the form of radiation. And these radiations are having different phase, different wavelength. They are not having in the same phase or the same direction. So these radiations are nothing but the ordinary light. So this is the important factor in case of spontaneous emission. Spontaneous emission सगळ्यांना लक्षात आलंय. I hope तुम्हाला spontaneous emission ही प्रोसेस समजली असेल. Now we are going to see our next process of emission, that is known as stimulated emission. Now what we are going to see, the stimulated emission. आता आपल्याला काय बघायचं, stimulated emission. What is the meaning of stimulated emission? When the electron jumps from higher energy state to lower energy state by triggering higher energy state to lower energy state by triggering or supplying external energy, then the emission is known as stimulated emission. In that case, these radiations are coherent, monochromatic, and are in the same direction. And metastable state are exist. The number of photons emitted are most. What is that? Metastable state are exist and the number of photons are both. In पहिल्या केस मध्ये ज्यावेळेस आपण स्पॉन्टेनियस एमिशन बघितलं त्यामध्ये काय होतं, मेटास्टेबल स्टेट डज नॉट एक्झिस्ट. नो मेटास्टेबल स्टेट इज एक्झिस्ट अँड नंबर ऑफ फोटॉन्स एमिटेड आर लेस. आता मेटास्टेबल स्टेट म्हणजे काय ते अगोदर बघून घेऊया की व्हॉट इज द मेटास्टेबल स्टेट. तुम्हाला एक्साइटेड स्टेट ऑलरेडी माहिती आहे आणि लोअर एनर्जी स्टेट म्हणजे ग्राउंड स्टेट म्हणजे काय माहिती आहे. In between this there is a one another state, the stage between the excited state and the ground state. That's the state which is present in between the excited state and the ground state, that middle stage is known as the metastable state. त्याला काय म्हणायचंय? Metastable state. And what is the meaning of this metastable state? It is a state where the atom will relax for a longer time. Atom will remain there in a longer time. So that state is known as a metastable state. Metastable state, it is the excited state in which the atom, in which the lifetime of atom is more. तुम्ही जर बघितलं की एक्साइटेड स्टेट मध्ये मी ऑलरेडी एक्सप्लेन केलं की एक्साइटेड स्टेट मध्ये जेव्हा ऍटम असतो, दिस ऍटम इज प्रेझेंट इन द एक्साइटेड स्टेट, बट हियर द ऍटम कॅनॉट रिमेन for a longer time. So after certain duration of a second, after certain completion of 10 raised to minus 9 second किंवा 10 raised to minus 11 हा लाईफ टाइम असतो एक्साइटेड स्टेट वाला. मग तो लाईफ टाइम म्हणजे इट इज अ व्हेरी व्हेरी शॉर्ट टाइम. मग तो लाईफ टाइम संपल्यानंतर ऍटम काय होणार आहे? ऍटम विल ट्रान्झिस्ट फ्रॉम एक्साइटेड स्टेट टू ग्राउंड स्टेट. But before coming to ground state, it will remain in one another state. That another state is known as metastable state. ही जी मधली स्टेज आहे, या दोन स्टेज मधल्या, ह्या जे दोन स्टेज आहेत त्याच्या मधली जी स्टेज आहे त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो? मेटास्टेबल स्टेट. That is called as metastable state. This is the middle one stage. So this is known as metastable state. त्याला काय म्हणायचंय? Metastable state. And the lifetime of that metastable state is 10 raised to minus 6 seconds. त्याचा lifetime किती असतो? 10 raised to minus 6 seconds. So this is the more than the ordinary excited state. Excited state पेक्षा lifetime त्याचा काय असतो? जास्त असतो. So now we'll see the actual stimulated emission. Stimulated emission मध्ये काय? What is the stimulated emission? In that case, the lifetime of atom. Here the atom is already present in the higher energy state, or it is already present in the excited state. Atom already कुठे आहे? Excited state मध्ये आहे, or atom is already present in the excited state. But after completion of its lifetime, it will come into the ground state. But before completion of its lifetime, here the one photon is incident on this atom. What will happen? The h mu, the energy of photon, the incident photon is incident. The energy which is h mu is the energy of that photon, and the energy having h mu is incident on that atom. Then because of this incident energy of photon, what will happen? This atom is triggered. Forcefully the atom is triggered to come down. Before completion of its lifetime, the atom is triggered by this incident photon to come down, and because of the triggering process, what will happen? The atom will come into the ground state, and when it coming to the ground state, it emit the extra energy in the form of radiation. It will emit the extra energy in the form of radiation. This is the emitted photon. याला काय म्हणायचंय? Emitted photon. This photon is known as emitted photon. You can see here, this photon is known as emitted photon. याला म्हणायचं emitted photon. हा जो photon दिसतो तुम्हाला, this photon is known as emitted photon. This photon is known as emitted photon. याला काय म्हणणार आहे तुम्ही? Emitted photon. आणि हा जो photon दिसतो तुम्हाला इकडे, हा इकडचा फोटॉन जो दिसतो, दिस फोटॉन इज नोन ॲज इन्सिडेंट फोटॉन. म्हणजे इथे दोन फोटॉन बाहेर पडतात, दिसतात तुम्हाला, एच म्यू आणि एच म्यू. दोघांची एनर्जी काय आहे? सेम आहे. दिस टू फोटॉन, one photon is emitted and one is the incident photon. These two photons are emitted because of the one incident photon. म्हणजे एक फोटॉन जर इन्सिडेंट केला ऍटम वरती की जो एक्साइटेड स्टेट मध्ये आहे, because of that incident photon, what will happen? Two photons are emitted, and these two photons are emitted which are having same energy, which are having the same energy, same direction and the same wavelength. So these radiations, these two radiations, these emitted radiations are coherent in nature. We can say these two radiations are coherent in nature. These two radiations are coherent in nature and monochromatic in nature. So we can say these radiations are coherent, they are monochromatic, and they are in the same direction. So from this stimulated type of emission, which type of light we get? Which type of light we get? From the stimulated emission, which type of light we get? We get the laser light. We get the laser light. We does not get the ordinary source of light. We get the laser light. Why we get the laser light? Because this is the triggering process. Because of the triggering process, because of the incident photon, the atom which is present in the higher energy state, it is triggered by the incident photon, and the atom will come down to the ground state, and when it comes to the ground state, it will emit the radiation in the form of h mu and along with the incident photon. So we get from one incident photon, we get the two emitted photon. If the two photons are incident on that atom, then what will happen? How many number of photons are emitted? Four numbers of photons are emitted. म्हणजे जेव्हा दोन फोटॉन तुम्ही इन्सिडेंट करता एखाद्या ऍटम वरती की जो ऑलरेडी हायर एनर्जी स्टेट मध्ये आहे, त्यावेळेस तुम्हाला किती फोटॉन मिळणार आहे? 4 फोटॉन मिळणार आहे. ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही 4 फोटॉन एमिट करता, ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही 4 फोटॉन इन्सिडेंट करता एखाद्या ऍटम वरती, त्यावेळेस तुम्हाला किती फोटॉन्स मिळू शकतात? किती? दॅट इज मल्टिपल, डबल. जेवढे फोटॉन इन्सिडेंट झाले त्याचे डबल तुम्हाला फोटॉन्स एमिट झालेले दिसतील. म्हणजे 2 photons जर इन्सिडेंट झाले तर तुम्हाला त्यापासून 4 photons are emitted. If the 4 photons are incident, then 8 photons are emitted. So this is the multiple emission, multiple type of emission. So this type is known as stimulated emission. What is the difference between the spontaneous and stimulated? Spontaneous emission, it is the emission which is not forcefully emission, it is emitted spontaneously. This emission is spontaneously. And in the stimulated emission, this process is a forced process, or this is the process which is happened by the triggering, or it is because of the forcefully. And so this is different. And from the first one, spontaneous emission, we get the ordinary source of light. We get the photons of different wavelength, different phase, and the different direction. But in case of stimulated, we get the photons which are radiated in the same direction, same frequency, and which are having the same phase also. So, and also which is the difference between the stimulated and the spontaneous? Here, stimulated emission मध्ये काय? Metastable state is exist, but in case of spontaneous, the metastable state does not exist. And what is the difference? What is the next difference in between stimulated and the spontaneous? The more number of photons are emitted in case of stimulated emission, and in the spontaneous emission, the less number of photons are emitted. So I hope तुम्हाला spontaneous emission आणि stimulated emission यामधला फरक समजलेला असेल. So this is very important concept in this type of in case of a laser. Laser मध्ये ही जर concept कळाली असेल तर तुम्हाला बाकी सगळ्या गोष्टी इझिली समजणार आहेत. The emission, up till now what we have studied in this today's lecture, we have studied the laser, full form of laser. We have studied the properties of laser. What are the properties of laser? The laser is a coherent light. Laser is a monochromatic. It is unidirectional and it is extremely intense. After that, what we have seen, what you have seen the stimulated absorption. Stimulated absorption म्हणजे काय होतं की ज्यावेळेस एखादा फोटॉन ज्यावेळेस ऍटम वरती इन्सिडेंट होतो की पूर्वी तो ऍटम ऑलरेडी ऍटम कुठे असणार आहे? ग्राउंड स्टेट मध्ये. ज्यावेळेस एखादा फोटॉन त्याच्यावरती इन्सिडेंट होतो त्यावेळेस तो ऍटम काय होणार आहे? एनर्जी ऍब्सॉर्ब करणार आहे. बिकॉज ऑफ द ऍब्सॉर्प्शन that atom will move from ground state to excited state. This process is known as stimulated absorption. त्याच्यानंतर आपण बघितलं spontaneous emission. Spontaneous emission मध्ये काय होतं की ऍटम हा ऑलरेडी एक्साइटेड स्टेट मध्ये असतो, पण त्याची जेव्हा लाईफ टाइम कंप्लीट होते तो त्या एक्साइटेड स्टेट मध्ये फार काळासाठी राहू शकत नाही. तुम्हाला माहिती आहे की कुठलाही माणूस आहे हवेत तरंगू शकतो का? नाही. तर त्याला कुठे ग्राउंड स्टेटलाच तो स्टेबल राहू शकतो. तसंच ऍटमचं आहे. तर हायर एनर्जी स्टेटमध्ये ऍटम हा खूप थोड्या काळासाठी राहतो. नाहीतर ऑलवेज ऍटम कुठे असणार आहे? त्याच्या ग्राउंड स्टेटमध्ये असतो. मग त्याचा लाईफ टाइम जेव्हा कम्प्लीट होईल तेव्हा तो ऍटम काय होतो? ग्राउंड स्टेटला ट्रान्झिस्ट होतो. ज्यावेळेस तो ग्राउंड स्टेटला मूव्ह होतो त्यावेळेस तो त्याची जी एक्स्ट्रा एनर्जी असते तो रेडिएशनच्या फॉर्म मध्ये एमिट करतो. आणि हे जे रेडिएशन आहेत ते काय कुठल्याही डायरेक्शनला एमिट होऊ शकतात फोटॉन्स आणि त्याची फ्रिक्वेन्सी वेगवेगळी असू शकते. म्हणून ह्या टाइपला काय म्हणणार आहे? स्पॉन्टेनियस एमिशन. त्याच्यानंतर आपण बघितलं होतं स्टिम्युलेटेड एमिशन. स्टिम्युलेटेड एमिशन मध्ये काय बघितलं की स्टिम्युलेटेड एमिशन मध्ये सुद्धा ऑलरेडी ऍटम कुठे आहे? एक्साइटेड स्टेट मध्ये आहे. पण त्याचा लाईफ टाइम कम्प्लीट होण्याच्या अगोदरच आपण काय करतो? त्याच्यावरती फोटॉन इन्सिडेंट करतो. आणि the photon which is having a h mu energy h mu which is incident on that atom, and because of that photon the atom which is present in the higher energy state it is triggered, and because of this triggering process the atom will come down to the lower energy state or a ground state, and when it will come down it will emit the extra energy in the form of radiation, that is h mu, along with the incident photon. These two emitted photons are having the same energy, same frequency, same wavelength, so it is known as laser light. So by stimulated emission we get the laser light. So up till this we have completed, and the next topic in this continued in the next lecture. So till that, after that we are going to see the population inversion, properties of photon, and what we are going to see: optical pumping. We are going to see the applications and HENE laser, that we are going to see in our next session. So, thank you.